All right.
So I thickened it with some cornstarch. I salted it.
Whose recipe is this? Whose corn chowder
Mine.
recipe is this?
Just
Okay.
your
From
own?
scratch. Yep.
Love that.
Oh. This has been my midlife crisis. Is to
Crystal is to
cook.
make slow cooked foods. I think that's like a traditional one. Crystal, I don't think is having a crisis, but she's very into
And she's
chili.
not doing it right. Oh yeah.
She had like several. I don't think the ladies go through it in the same way as the I've bought 2 sports cars in the last month. So
I was gonna say this is much cheaper than.
yeah. Oh, that's it. He's
Oh,
out.
I'm here.
Okay,
Easy.
he's back. Okay,
You're good.
No, it's cheaper, but Crystal got really into chili and really crushed it over the Christmas break. And I had the same experience where I woke up and the house was like just permeated.
Smelled delicious.
Smelled delicious with like beefy bean smell.
Oh, it's and it for me. So I had such trouble when I transitioned to like true overnight. When I was
Right.
working 2 to 2, like I at least had some semblance of like sleep from
Nighttime.
like 3 to 8.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But not
Right.
like
Yeah.
this morning. I got home at 6.
Yeah.
Slept from like 6:30 to 8, and
Yeah.
then I had to get follow up on my hip. I don't need a hip replacement, hand to God.
All right.
So then I came back home, took a nap from 11:30 to 12:57, and then
Right.
after this it's hockey, and then it's work
Yep.
again. So it's like,
Great.
Just keep rolling.
yeah, that's it. You got to keep rolling the next. You can't ask what day it is. You just got to
Just
keep
keep
going.
Do you like it better? Is it? I mean, like
It
you,
is
you've
so
got like a better job now.
so much better for my life. You have
Yeah.
no idea. I'm home for dinner every night. I cook.
Right.
I never miss a practice. Never miss a concert.
Right.
I don't have
Because
the
you were
job.
like super like on call.
Yeah,
in
my
your
phone would just
previous
never
thing.
stop
Yeah.
ringing, and
Yeah.
now like my lap, I actually am using the charger for my work laptop, which has been dead since like I don't know February.
Yeah, because you don't even fucking.
Yeah, I
need
don't
it.
even use it.
That's great.
and they won't take it back, so it's just in my
Right,
house. And I'll try to get
Okay.
my work phone back. They're not ready for that step yet. But yeah, in
Well,
my
we're
new
happy-
position,
we're
I'm
happy
back into
for you.
in simulation. So last night I was thinking about you guys just hanging up on people left and right. Yeah, you're like I need this. I'm like, yeah, and then slowly the phone goes
click.
down. So, but yeah,
That's how
it's-
Jason does with me. It's fine. I can relate to that.
No, I just stopped talking. I just don't answer anymore with age. You just gotta stop. When he starts asking you to do more things, you just gotta stop. You can't give him explanations.
You start to realize
No.
even your home life's being produced somehow.
You know the thing I've noticed.
This isn't
about H
content.
is when H like gets asked to do something, you get like a full accounting of everything that he's been doing and like why. Like someone
For
asked
it.
him in the Discord, "Can you like update the calendar with what's coming?" And instead of just being like, "Yeah, I'll get to that, no problem," he like gave like a full accounting of why his life was so busy. But the reality is that like outside of the podcast, his life isn't actually busy. And so it was like, "Listen, I'm flying back from Hawaii. I will get
Yeah.
like as though that was like
There's some
that's,
sort
like,
of
his great
soliloquy.
labor.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Like, how dare
you? don't
you-
Understand? You
Yeah.
don't understand all of the things I've got going on. I am flying back, business class
From Hawaii.
and I will get to it when I get to it, sir.
Yeah. Not only
Yeah.
fuck you, but
Yeah.
No, I feel guilty that it's not already done.
you
Like
don't
I
feel
wish,
any guilt.
I wish that
Get
I
outta
had.
here. You're
I wish that I
retired.
had
You're just
done
not
it.
ready to admit it yet.
Yeah.
Stay at home, Dad, Jonesy.
Listen, that's the
Stay
dream.
at home,
Does April
Dad.
have any sisters and a good divorce
Yeah,
lawyer?
exactly.
The position is filled. All right. Well, so just as we, so New Year, Jonesy.
New
this
Year,
is
new me.
very exciting, and
Yep.
we love to check in with you because
Thank you.
you are the classic, moderate, middle of the road voter. And as
is
we
this
move
politics
into
talk?
the
Okay.
as we move into the 2026 midterms
Yep.
for control of Congress, my question to you
Didn't even
that's
know
at
that
the
was
top
happening.
of mind, I'm sure. Right.
Yeah.
How many third world countries should we invade to funnel profits to the fossil fuel industry?
Oh, is this we're talking about
Venezuela.
Venezuela? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it not?
How you feel? How you
is it-
feel on that one?
Is it not obvious that aren't they like the world's third largest oil reserve?
Oh, it's definitely they're
Number
definitely
one
like the,
largest
they
oil
definitely like the
reserves,
oil.
Yeah,
Is-
and then we
how
lost
do you-
mineral rights in China, and all of a sudden we're at the second largest mineral rights country in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're not even pretending anymore, right?
We're not even pretending. No, we said the oil part out loud.
USA
repeatedly.
US. Oh wait, am I not supposed to? No.
I think I think it is interesting. I do think that obviously we said specifically look, we want the oil. Why would we let
give
them
us the oil?
Have the oil? Give us the oil. We're going to do the oil. And they're communists. We don't like that either. I do think though that it is a mistake to view the Venezuela stuff in the same light as the Bush Iraq war stuff, because these are not people who are there are certainly folks around them like Marco or whatever and Lindsey Graham who are ideological and want to depose communism in the Western hemisphere, that exists. But for Trump, what this really is just getting to post on social media that we bombed the shit out of some foreign country and we were able to get in there and
so you think this is more for brownie points than it is for total takeover
it's literally to look cool and be able to post things on social media that get likes and engagement. There is no long-term plan because the oil thing doesn't really bear scrutiny. Yes, Venezuela has a bunch of oil, but we didn't there's still a communist government in charge of Venezuela
that does not like us.
The whole government who still doesn't like us, who's still wants to sell oil to Iran. And yes, we can force them to sell oil to us at the barrel of a gun, but the oil industry, the entire oil infrastructure of Venezuela,
keep talking.
needs to be refurbished. And they're not just, it's not just we can send Exxon in there and they get all the oil for free. It would take a huge investment to get the oil out. And that's without getting into the whole who's actually running Venezuela question. It doesn't actually make a lot of sense.
Aren't we technically
Yes,
running
we are.
it?
We are technically running it. Stephen Miller is technically the viceroy of Venezuela. But they're not really interested in all of those long-term questions. They just want to be able to post the memes on Twitter. That's what they are in it for. And so then,
I mean, at least you had with W, they're Wolfowitz is going in there. We're going to stand up a government.
Yeah.
We're going to have pallets of cash.
They really
don't care.
They really were into the actual regime change of it all. We're just into the going in. It's like the Iran attack. We're one and done.
Yeah.
We want to bomb the shit out of it, say we did it, and that's the last time we're talking about this. How effective it was doesn't matter.
Later, instead of being a failure that they were able to stand up the Iranian program again, it'll just be another excuse to do another bombing run. They'll be hey, look, we did it again. Look how cool it was this time.
So we just skip regime change, and
we're not doing it.
The regime has not changed. We've arrested the old guy. The lady who's still there, who pretty clearly seems to have been a CIA asset who sold out her boss and now is just I guess it's me. Is super not down with the shits. Is just clearly not all right. I'm going to turn it on.
I thought she cut a deal, right? She does not appear, but she doesn't appear to have cut much of a deal given her response.
She doesn't seem to care. She doesn't seem to care. Whatever the deal was, she's not honoring it. And then Machado, the actual sort of pro-Western person that was there that won the Nobel Peace Prize would be the natural kind of person to be okay, this is the person who's running it. But she made the fatal mistake of accepting the Nobel Peace Prize that was rightfully Trump's to gain. And so she's on the outs with the Trump administration too. So it's interesting because when you view it from just a purely vibes lens, the Europeans and the Danes in particular are very freaked out about the Greenland situation. And it makes sense that they should be because it's clear that we'll just go in and fuck with some people if we want their shit. But I think Greenland isn't actually a likely target because it's not as good optically. There's no way you can. Greenland's a quarter of the size of the United States. You can't send Delta Force into fucking the ice flows of Greenland and have them do something that looks cool. The media doesn't look cool. They could announce today that we've just taken over Greenland, and how would it be? What would be the dispute of that? But it doesn't look cool. It doesn't seem it doesn't have a good visual to go with it.
It's not sexy.
That's what we're hanging on. That's what we're hanging on to now. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not,
so when are we all going to be ready to admit that the NSA, CIA, Mossad, and all these intelligence agencies are secretly controlling the world, and we're all just puppets in the puppet show.
I just don't think. I think the issue.
I
is
don't
that,
think that's
like,
happening.
They're not.
You would say that, wouldn't you, H?
They're just.
Let me be clear before I get killed. I don't care.
Like they're just not that. No one is that good at. They're just not that. They're not that capable. Like yes, like they're if they want to get you individually, they will get you. Like if Mossad or the CIA or NSA wants to get your shit, they're gonna get your shit. They're definitely capable of doing that. But actually, this is the point about the vibes thing. Actually, running something is incredibly hard because it involves real world complications and real world people who have their own motivations.
And someone always hires like their idiot brother-in-law to run.
Exactly.
When people talk at work, at the place I work, there's quite a few conservative conspiracy theories, and it makes me laugh because I'm like, have you all met people? Like, know how people are. Like if you believe there's some grand conspiracy running the world, like you haven't met a group of 20 guys trying to run a building.
No, like
you know what I mean?
Jonesy, you work at an incredibly large, complicated, logistically sophisticated operation, and you know how fucked up the people are running that organization are.
Yeah.
So and those people are actually very capable. Like they're very capable of doing the one thing they're supposed to do. But like there's no way that they could just like be like, okay, we're bringing this to this to global. Yeah,
because there's like 4 guys, I would say, and not to beat my chest, but myself included. Like if we weren't key components with the rest of the 300 people, the operation would not run.
Right.
Like so, I can't believe that there's like a conspiracy of like 1,000 guys that without that, the world wouldn't run. It just doesn't scale that way.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Well, and to your
switch
point,
out my
like
laptop charger before my laptop.
Okay.
So, but please continue about how geopolitics is a joke. We're all going to die soon.
I think you're completely right. He is not interested in governing, and so this is just like a constant series of him doing things that make him feel good.
Cool. That make him feel good. Yeah,
that make him feel strong.
Things.
Completely, and that should be transparently not what his voters and what moderate voters are looking for and what they want, right?
It depends. Like, I think, like, I don't know if there's people who are going to get, there'll be some people who are, like, super hyped about it, but, like, I will say, I don't think he'll pay, like, similar to the Iran thing, I don't think he'll pay a political cost from doing this unless it does become a protracted, like, people are dying. Like in order to take care, like that's only like I think this is actually
he's going to be like he's like that's not me. He's like we're done. We were there. Like that's their problem.
I do think this is a relatively risk-free thing for him because it's like he's not going to follow through. It's just going to be the vibes-based thing. And so it's like, okay, well, we didn't actually get the oil. Like, there's still a government there that's hostile to our interests, whatever. Like, yes, we didn't achieve our objectives, but, like, no one's going to fucking care. It's just going to fade away into whatever comes next.
Last thing, this should be a very easy thing for every Democrat to be able to come out and say, we do not support violent overthrow and regime change at the end of a gun for economic interests. Like, yes, we don't like Maduro. Yes, we would like for the actually democratically elected person to be there, but it is not the job of the United States to go in and do that. That should not be hard for the Democrats to figure out.
Democrats have have definitely fumbled the response on this because they really want to get in the we don't like Maduro part of this as though that's like an important bit of like as though that's like an important thing to clarify. So like I don't know, for whatever reason this has been a tough one for Democrats. I just think this one's going to go away. And I will predict something else.
I will predict that this will accelerate significantly the timeline for Beijing to take Taiwan. I think that is that will now be a foregone conclusion. They will now say, "Hey, okay, we're doing this. Great. U.S.
Everybody's got their zones. Everyone's got their. We're doing Monroe Doctrine. You're doing Monroe Doctrine. Everyone's got their own shit. Yeah, it's possible.
Great. That is that seems quite bad. Well, so I just want to say quickly, we're back. We had the holidays. The holidays are over. I know. Yeah. Jason, you got up to some serious business with the kids when you were in Bend. So
Yes.
tell the people what you watched with the kids.
We watched all on successive nights. We watched the entirety of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yes.
A theatrical release.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
It went surprisingly well.
How did you like theatrical? Had it been a while for you?
No, that's the one. That's I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember the last one I saw was the Two Towers when we went to go see it with the symphony.
That was theatrical.
Others, yeah, the other two theatrical. I think I've only watched the extended ones.
Okay,
and I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. So like the theatrical is pretty much what I remember. I forgot how good Return of the King is. Like the third one is definitely a banger. Although that was the one where the kids got the most squirrely because there's a bunch of stuff in the middle that's just like people talking. But they loved it and were very attentive. I will say like they, asked questions continuously through the movie. I mean, it was a running sort of conversation about what was going on in the movie. So,
I did that with Sam too.
So, but they're, we were talking about Lord of the Rings this morning. Like they're very interested in like the general lore and like how everything works. Loved Smeagol, loved Gollum. Really the only part that was scary was the spider, was Shelob in the third one. Everything else they were totally fine with the violence.
Shelob wasn't a problem for us for whatever reason. We also finished, we watched Return of the King the other day. And Shelob was not a problem. I did fast forward through Smeagol murder at the beginning of Return of the King. To me, that's a pretty tough scene.
They didn't care. They didn't give a shit about Deagle. They were they had a lot of questions about like sort of. They had a lot of questions about the mechanics of choking someone and how long you had to choke someone in order to kill them.
8 minutes.
But it was more clinical than it was like horror.
I had that when we showed Sam Iron Man, and he was like, "Why were they holding his head underwater? What was that? What was that about?" So, Jonesy, what are your boys watching these days? Like, what are you up to?
So we are also all in Lord of the Rings. We're actually on the 17th for the 25th anniversary. We're marathoning 11/11 in theater, watching all 3 movies.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're big into it, and they're like, so they have not read the books, but I'm a terrible influence on their opinions of things because I will say all the time like Peter Jackson's adaptation is arguably the greatest film adaptation of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, I think that story-wise, pacing, in the way he shifted events around, it is superior in many ways to the books. And to be honest, I'm 43. It's time to start being honest with myself and others. I could give a shit about Tom Bombadil and the Barrow Wight. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not. It's in fact, and I think I've said this to H separately in a previous life. I skip right to the Council of Elrond when I do a reread. I don't even.
What?
I don't even, like. Who gives a shit?
There's
how
a lot
Bilbo
of walking
is.
and fucking.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't need to see Gandalf in study hall for like 8 years. Let's just get to, hey, I'm Legolas. We lost Gollum. Oops, I'll guess I'm with you guys now. Like that's where I'm at.
All right, that's fair.
I totally agree with that. There's also tonally, I think the books are uneven because there's some weird like kind of asides in the book. Like there's some weird like sort of authorial injections in which like it stops becoming like an epic fantasy and it kind of becomes like it becomes like novelty. Like he's like drawing attention to the fact that like he's doing a thing.
The Aragorn is such a douchebag in the books compared to douchebag on the screen. I mean, and not getting Anduril into the third movie as opposed to getting it in the first book and waving it around like, hey, just to remind you, I'm going to take back the throne. Way better story, way better hero's journey.
Yeah.
I'm going to make many more upsetting statements. I think it's okay to delete Glorfindel and give that role to Arwen because she doesn't really do a lot in the books. I'm okay with that too. You know?
Yeah, it's
I thought it's fine. It's fine. You're not going to get any pushback from me. I think all this is. I think those were all very smart choices.
Well, listen, I'm defending myself against all the Lord of the Rings and Tolkien nerds who are hearing this. You're like, that fat bastard has no idea what he's talking about. You know?
I think most people, even the hardest of the hardcore. We had Joanne Robinson on, who is arguably the biggest Tolkien expert we know. And she is all in on the books, and she does appreciate Aragorn's journey as being more the reluctant hero as opposed to, the slightly overly aggressive.
And
so
then,
it's good. It's good, and it's just.
Oh, sorry. The only thing you learn about Aragorn is that King's foil will heal everything in the books. Like that's all I remember vividly is like
I need some King's
sunburn,
foil.
King's foil.
you need to
rotting limb,
get
King's
that
foil.
weed.
You know.
What about sciatica?
Sciatica, I could fucking King's. Oh, excuse my language. Excuse me. I know that you usually have like a senator on who minds his P's and Q's,
right?
And then you have my warehouse working Teamster ass in here, and
Well, yeah, you're a man of the people, Jonesy, which means, among other things, you talked about getting your kid to hockey practice. So you are a dedicated hockey guy. So obviously, we want your take on the gay hockey show.
How has the gay hockey show influenced your life?
What on earth is the gay hockey show? And I go to hockey 4 times a week.
You've not been following Heated Rivalry, the breakthrough huge TV hit right now.
I'm gonna be very honest with you both. With the way I sleep, live, and work, like TV, social media, like unless you're adding me in our super secret Discord that we have together that nobody's invited to but us. Unless you're adding me about things, chances are I didn't see it.
You haven't seen
Daredevil season 3?
I saw that. Don't remember it. I just finished Stranger Things with my wife, season 5.
Oh, okay.
But like if it's like a thing that's a trend, I'll find out about it a month from now and be like, hey, like, did you guys hear about this? And be like, yeah, that was January, moron.
There's a hockey show in which 2 rival players fall in love and have a secret love affair with each other, and it's very like explicit. It's a very explicit.
Oh, like full nudity type of deal.
Yeah, I don't think there's hog, but like there's like a lot of a lot of sex.
Like 66 is implied.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And so, but the thing that like is one of the things that's happened. So it's been a big phenomenon generally.
Yes.
The way in
where's
which
the hog talk sounder, by the way? Go ahead. Hog talk.
Hog talk.
The way in which I've enjoyed it, I've not seen the show itself, but there's a hockey podcast called Empty Netters, where it's 3 guys who talk about hockey, like they're into hockey. That's what they talk about on their podcast.
Right on.
And it's been.
What does that mean, Jonesy? What's an empty netter? Like what would
I
that
think
refer
it's
to?
A play on empty nester.
A play on it.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with really hockey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas like an empty net goal is if they pull the
if they
goalie.
pull the goallie and you're shooting it from the blue line or whatever.
Right.
Whatever floats.
Anyway, like I think they used to play hockey at some level. But anyways, they started to watch a show because someone told them like, oh, there's like this hockey show out. And they didn't know it was a gay hockey show. And like, you get about 10 minutes into the first episode before like, they really give it to you before Hog Talk.
Somebody's getting it.
And anyway, but like they love the show, and like they're like reviewing the show and they're like reviewing like the sex scenes as though they're hockey plays and stuff. Like they're really
nice. I like these guys already. Yeah.
It's hilarious. I listened to all 6 episodes of their
coverage
hockey show review. When I was building furniture, like putting IKEA stuff together in the garage over the winter break, and I was just like literally laughing out loud. And so their coverage of it became such a sensation that the 2 guys who play the hockey players are going on their pod.
Yes.
Wow.
That's pretty great.
Love to see it. This could have been us. I mean, we don't really know anything about hockey. We could have faked it, but it could have been us.
I have a kid in hockey. I couldn't tell you when someone's offsides.
Well, no one can, right? I mean, that's like hard. Like the icing, like no one knows what that is.
I volunteer a lot. It's really hilarious because the coach knows I'm the one dad that will volunteer. I won't swipe in my phone or like disappear. So like I'm all like this past Saturday, I stayed up all night to get him to Voorhees, New Jersey. Shout out Voorhees. So I hadn't slept yet. So like I'm on the bench, like kind of drifting off. He's like, "Hey, you must be really tired." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "Yeah, I need you to work the penalty booth." Oh, okay.
Oh,
all right,
Jesus.
Here I go. But I two things I was thinking of while you were discussing that.
Oh, good.
One, I'm a degenerate gambler, which both of you know. And
good.
DraftKings had odds that the first kiss of the new year on Rockin' Eve would be a gay kiss, and I was gonna take the bet, but I thought the fix was in, so I didn't put down the money. But some hee-haw in Nebraska won $250,000 maxed on his credit cards. I was like, I should have done it. God, gays win again, and us straights are just left in the wake, not making any money.
Did you see that someone made like 6 figures betting on Maduro getting abducted by the United States military?
Oh, no, really? that was definitely a former NCO in the SEAL community.
There was like, this guy's getting taken. Like, let's do the bet. Let's on like Galshi or whatever.
His internet handle is Senior Chief 6666.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the other thing is your knife journey. Where at?
My knife journey. That while I was cutting up these boxes, because we talked about knives the last time we were out. My brother got me a very nice Leatherman set, which I was using.
Which one?
I was using. It's like the one that has like, you know what I needed it for was Crystal built this weight rack, and the bars were sent in these reinforced cardboard tubes, and like the instructions for opening them is to saw along the seam of the tube.
So you got either the Signal or the Wave Plus.
I got the one that has the saw in it.
Yeah,
the one that has the saw. And I was using the shit out of that.
What is this? A blade that has a saw?
Yeah,
it's like a
Where you been?
Leatherman, so it like folds out into a pliers. It's got a blade. It's got a saw. It's got a file.
So there's this thing called tools.
Another saw.
And you use.
I was thinking it was like a rotating saw. I was
things.
thinking like a spinning saw or whatever. Like
listen, if there was a pocket circular saw, I would for real have it.
Be into it, right?
Yeah. But speaking of Signal, still going strong with my big idea design Signal every day in my pocket.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that finger twirl.
You know, so I was really into my handyman shit when I was up in Oregon. But we had a guy who was out there. The guy out there was doing like some work, and we were talking. And my son asked, like, "Why does he have a knife on his belt?" And it's like, "Oh, like I've got a pocket knife too." And like, so then we started talking, and he took out my guy Luke. Shout out to you, Luke. He took out his pocket knife, and I forget what kind it was, but it was the kind that when you take it out of your pocket, it unfolds.
Oh, the Emerson Wave.
Opens.
Yeah.
The Emerson. Yeah, that's
so
what it
cool.
was.
Yep.
Like it automatically opens. It gets erect as you pull it from your pocket. It's like ready for business.
First time I took an Emerson out of my pocket, I forgot that I had that like positioned, and it fucking scared the shit out of me. Yeah. I got to stop with the F-bomb. Sorry, I work at a trucking company. I'll try to curb it. You're going to do a lot of bleeping to do.
We don't bleep.
It'll be all right.
But then
Blade Talk.
Nice. I was using my socket wrenches, Jonesy.
Yeah.
I was really in my. I fixed the suspension on a kid's like battery powered ride-on car.
Ooh, all right. Talk to me.
I was really up there doing it. I fixed the plumbing. I was going for it.
I don't have a plumbing talk sounder.
I had a funny interaction with my mechanic, who's been my mechanic since I'm 16. But I had the EVP code come up on my truck, and I read on the forum that you could just replace your gas cap, your OEM gas cap, and it would go away. So I went to the whatever you call it, you can't get parts at Pep Boys anymore, so it was like the Alliance Auto Parts. I switched it. I called him back and said, I got a kid's in my port. I'm somewhat of a mechanic myself now. And he said, all right, when the check engine light comes on, I'll see you in a month. I said, okay, all right.
That is like a fix on a bunch of different cars.
My truck is now what year are we in? 2026. I mean, it's a 13-year-old truck. Sensors are starting to go. You know what I mean? Things are starting to wear out. It's got 130,000 miles on it. Like, I'm not super upsetty spaghetti about replacing a gas cap at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I discovered while buying a car in Oregon this trip is that there's no sales tax in Oregon. That was like a real radicalizing moment.
I'm moving tonight.
Like,
wow.
I was like, okay.
Hello.
This is what are we doing here? It was pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
All
right, well that is
yeah.
That is a sprawling update as we move into the new year. And we just want to say, Jonesy, we're so thrilled to have you back.
I'm happy to be here.
Third living host of Escape Hatch
That's
and
right.
co-host of the Twin Vipers podcast, Jonesy Loves Beer.
Thank
Welcome,
you for having
my
me.
friend.
We're even recording. I feel like we're just catching up with old friends. Are we even recording?
I don't know.
It's just got to be on an episode.
I don't know if Matt ever pressed record.
Yeah.
Oh, I pressed record a long time ago.
He didn't like that you said that. Did you see the anger in his eyes that you even said that?
He was pissed. I've got my backup going too, H.
Mine's different. My issues are different. Starting with the episode, the episode's movie that we are doing tonight. We're going deep into Christopher Walken's catalog for The Prophecy.
Yeah.
So that is going to be in just a few minutes. Before we do that, at the bottom of the hour, we need to catch up for next week on Escape Hatch. Jason, I had to have Catcher back. Like, I couldn't wait any longer.
You can't wait.
Catcher works. He works a day job, and so it was not possible to align with your schedule. So Jason is sitting this one out.
I'm on the bench.
We are re-teaming Catcher with his partner from his Speed Racer episode. It is the return of Kev, and we are tackling Charlie Kaufman and Spike Jonze' 2002 wildly inventive film Adaptation. This is a great pick. You seen this one, Jace?
I've never seen it. I'm sad to miss the episode. It would give me a chance to watch the movie.
You can still watch the movie.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't be bullied into it.
I'm not going to be bullied into it.
It's a really cool film. And it was sort of like, I think Nick Cage, like one of his last kind of serious situations before he really went down the meme hole, which has a similarity to what we'll be talking about in just a few minutes. But before we do that, Jason, can we do some quick Hatch news?
Hatch news from beyond.
Timothy won the Critics' Choice Best Actor Award.
Yes. He's on it. His journey is to the Academy Awards is on.
Did his acceptance speech feel really wooden to you? And really
I didn't watch the speech. I saw the haircut. I saw the appearance.
The haircut's not great. He ended with with a thank you to his Kylie, who he's confirmed they've been together for 3 years.
Yeah.
But the whole thing just felt a little awkward. So I don't know. I thought that was. I mean, I'm happy for him. Let's talk Marty Supreme. Jason, Jonesy, your takes.
On Marty, didn't see it. Didn't read the book. Like I said, if someone isn't directly feeding it to me, I've not consumed it.
There is no book.
Yeah.
There is no
I
book.
am
Marty
reading the
Supreme
new
is...
Stephen King novel that's 3 years old. That's pretty good.
Excuse me.
Billy Sumner's.
Which one?
Billy.
Okay.
Billy Sommier.
Is he back? Stephen back?
No. It's that's the title of the book. But it's great.
Okay.
It's one of his thrillers as opposed to one of his horror books, which I quite enjoy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Okay,
well,
real quick, rapid fire. I know you're in the middle of a news section, but I'm going to produce your show. Favorite Stephen King book or property? Go.
The Shining.
The Shining.
The book and the movie. I also like Talisman a lot.
I like The
Stand.
The Stand for me, 100%.
As we talk, I like the Bachman books, like the short stories.
Running Man.
Yeah.
Long Walk.
Long Walk. I think.
Was Shawshank Bachman, or was he King in that short story collection?
I think that is Bachman because it's Hope Spring. I think it's the spring one.
I mean, talk about one of the greatest stories / movies / adaptations of all time.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one?
Shawshank Redemption.
I might have seen it, but I don't remember. I have zero memory of the film. Zero memory of the film. Jonesy, continuing our lightning round. Stranger Things season 5, very somewhat muddled, but ultimately a very satisfying ending. I loved where they landed things, and I thought, everything kind of from the finale through the end was super strong.
I think the first half of the finale season was super strong. And then you could tell where the cracks in the budget started to show. Because there was a lot of let's sit around the radio station and talk about the show we've been in for 5 years and 10 years of our lives. And yeah, we know, guys, we were here.
We watched it.
I thought that they really took a big swing with the ending, which I appreciate, especially how hard it was probably to come together and to really marry and put to bed all these storylines. But if I could be honest with you both, and I'm 43 now, it's time to be honest. The ending of Lost hurt me deep in my heart, and I have not yet fully been able to recover nor appreciate any real series finale of any show since Damon Hack Lindelof ruined my life.
Interesting.
Yeah. Did you see The Leftovers? He pulled that same bullshit.
Yeah,
it's not my job to answer your questions, glasses.
Yeah. The Leftovers was great.
Stunk.
And the finale of The Leftovers was great.
Stupid.
And I will say that I can't remember exactly what happened, but I remember being happy with it. But I have been, since we've been listening to like 50 hours of House of R recently and hearing Joe talk about Lost, it made me want to go back and rewatch it, and it made me want to go back with the idea of we're not getting answers. It's about the characters.
Yeah.
I think I will appreciate that much more now versus when I was a younger man.
There's too many episodes, though. Like, I think that in theory would work. I'm just not going to. How many episodes? It's got to be like 100 episodes. Like, I'm not watching.
I think it's 100.
But have you before Stranger Things? Do you ever remember a show that was deep in the zeitgeist and had people hooked for like the first 3 seasons? Like, people were just what's in the hatch?
Lost is crazy.
What are the numbers?
Yeah.
And I think it was the time that we introduced a third group of strangers that were immortal in a temple that we hadn't been introduced to on a very small island. That I was like, have I been bamboozled this whole time?
Yeah, I think they. I would not disagree that they lost the plot during portions of what they were doing. But I do love the idea that basically ABC was like, look, Survivor's a huge hit. We need a show about people on an island, but instead of a reality TV, make it a drama. I think that is a genesis for a TV show is a really good one.
I am going to extend a rare olive branch to Damon Lindelof and give him some slack. Because, look, it's a TV show where people get older and people get different opportunities, and maybe you had a plot, for a character for all 5 seasons, and then maybe one of them goes in a rehab, and you're like, well, then now I have to change the entire show, and then, there's dangling plot threads. So as I can appreciate the fact that Real World got in the way, but you got to answer the questions.
You don't have to answer the questions, but speaking of the Real World getting away, speaking of the Real World getting
beautiful
in the
transition.
Way, Marvel spends 5 years setting up Kang as the ultimate villain behind
exactly
everything.
Right, and then he goes to jail. Oopsie doodle.
Yeah, he didn't go to jail, but some bad behavior. But so, what do you think about this X-Men trailer for Avengers: Doomsday that dropped this morning, Jonesy?
I mean, I think Kevin Feige, who are the real power brokers anymore? Feige, RDJ definitely. Over at Marvel, and then is it Kathy Kennedy? Is she in Marvel at all?
Up until this morning.
Yeah. They all sit in a room, and they're like, "All right, we're effed. Multiverse sucked. Nobody likes it. Kang is now doing 5 to 10 for spousal abuse. What are we gonna do?" And then someone shook the magic 8-ball, and the word nostalgia came up, and they're like, "F it, we're gonna go full. We don't even care how blatant we are. We're gonna get everybody's nostalgia, and we're gonna hope it makes a ton of money, and it is going to make a buttload of money at the box office. So, am I excited? No. In a word, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, look, and here's why. I thought Fantastic Four sucked. And I was like, if this is the big swing to get me back, it's not good. It's not.
I thought
you know what it is?
Four, I thought it was okay. It was like it wasn't great. It was okay.
It's like, let's do Fantastic Four as a period piece. Okay, but it's got to have more depth than that, in my opinion.
I think getting the kids back together, getting the band back together, I think is a good idea. I just hope that they have a really strong, like in my opinion, this whole thing has to end with them having a really strong next full recast of everybody, the X-Men, the Avengers, everybody else. And this needs to all just be about bridging from here to launching a next thing. So that's
this could be a beautiful jumping off point for guys like you and me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like, hey,
just get
look,
off.
Jumping off.
You're
like
not into it. Like getting off of the MCU and like letting my kids get into it. And me, I just go.
I thought that was the last 5 years. I thought the last 5 years was me.
Listen, that was
off.
me.
Like
was me swinging on the end of my rope the last 5 years of the MCU. But I'll just watch Last of the Mohicans over and over again. That won't bother me one bit.
There you go. Jason, what do you think about this? Dune 3 trailer may have leaked.
I tried to read information about it and I got confused. I saw basically you cannot watch the alleged leak trailer. You can read a description of what someone allegedly saw. Is that correct?
Right. I did not read that because I was like, I don't need to read a description of a trailer, of a teaser trailer. Like if I'm going to spoil myself, I'm going to at least watch the actual thing.
Yeah, it was news, I guess. It's exciting because it sounds like, that we might be getting a teaser soon. So that's cool. Yeah, it's time to get on the hype train, baby. This movie's coming. It's time to go.
I'm ready. I am ready. That is
I am
it
excited
for
for that
news
movie.
for me.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. That it will definitely be good. New Discord members joining us over the holidays. Twoof, Crash, and Kyle in the Weeds.
Oh, good.
Discord was great over the holidays. Good times.
Great. Everyone was having a good time. It was a lot of holiday cheer. A lot of people posting their holiday W's. Some good food photos, some good present photos, good family action. It was great.
You feel recharged? Ready to go?
I had a great holiday break. It was really good. I really enjoyed being in Oregon, and I look forward to going back there. And it was great.
Love it. Jonesy, you feel good? You ready?
I feel great. Listen, big news today. Not getting my hip replaced is a big win.
That's great.
Also, some medical. I share all my ailments. My cholesterol is really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You on
rosuvastatin? What are you doing? You on Repository?
No. I'm on nothing.
Just natural.
Just
living.
So I was when I was like 350 pounds. I was pre-diabetic, and they were like, "We're gonna put you on Ozempic and all this stuff." And I said, "Look, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna get a medicine." And
you raised Catholic?
I lost Irish Catholic. I lost 108 pounds, and I can't test above a 5 on my A1C. So I had a really good doctor's visit today.
Was it the hockey? Was it the gay hockey that you played?
That really got my it got my abdominals moving. If you catch my drift. No, but it was like giving up sugar and booze. Turns out, that'll put weight on you.
That'll do it. All right, are you guys ready to get into this movie?
No, not really, but let's go ahead anyway.
Okay.
Let's soldier through.
All right, here we go. The prophecy is the future of humanity caught in the crosshairs of an ancient celestial war. Detective Thomas Daggett was once called by God to be a Catholic theologian and priest until visions of angels tormenting and murdering each other caused him to lose his faith. But when he uses his deep religious knowledge to identify a mysterious murder victim as Uziel, lieutenant of the Archangel Gabriel, he will embark on a quest to follow the rogue angel Simon to the small western town of Chimney Rock, Arizona. There he will learn that Simon has taken the most evil soul in the world from a deceased army general and unwillingly placed it in the body of the innocent child Maria. Thomas will be forced to team up with Maria's hot teacher to keep her free from the murderous hands of God's most favored Gabriel, who will stop at nothing to gain the upper hand in his long-ranging battle for dominion over the angelic forces. Can Thomas rediscover his faith, rekindled by a deus ex machina visit by the Lightbringer Lucifer himself? He must, if he is to save us all and fulfill the prophecy.
That's great. That's great. You really, I
Well
feel that
done.
was an extra long one.
It was way more cognizant and clearly stated in this movie, plot-wise.
Yeah.
So, well done.
No, I think it was well synopsized. I do think you said that he unwittingly put the soul inside. I don't know if the soul was
Unwillingly.
Was it unwilling?
We got to
Well,
check
he
the tape.
grabbed an innocent child's face and shot the soul into her face.
Oh,
So
listen, we
what part
can't.
was unwilling?
You make it sound like an Epstein
child-
situation.
The child that he was-
the child did not offer consent. Yes, I thought you were
Correct.
saying that Simon
No.
was doing that without consent.
No. Simon
Knew
was
what he
fine with
doing.
it.
He
I was
doing-
like,
he was
I was
doing
like,
God's work.
I was like, is he blowing? Is he sucking? When he
Whoa,
when
all right,
he was
easy.
over the
Okay.
Easy
over,
on.
over the.
Episode
I just did-
Listen,
flagged.
you know what just made me laugh? Like, he got fired from Back to the Future, and now
Yeah.
he's
Yes.
playing a pedophile
Soul
angel
of-
as the third
a
lead
face blower.
on a direct-to-video Christopher
I thought
Walken
the
movie.
same thing. I thought
you
the
did?
Same thing.
I
I thought the
believe-
same. I was like, what a fall. Like,
Yeah.
forget Lucifer. The fall from grace is Eric Stoltz having to be in this movie.
And wasn't he
came
up for
straight
like
from-
an Oscar for that Cher movie? Was it The Mask?
Mo-
Like
oh,
he
The
was like
Mask,
this
yeah.
up and coming talent, and then gets fired.
Yeah.
But he had just done Pulp. This was only a year after Pulp Fiction. Like he and
Yeah.
Amanda Plummer came straight over from Pulp Fiction, and this is
a
Yeah.
lot of Pulp Fiction
Yeah.
vibes.
well, this
in
is Dimension. So this is a Dimension, John, which is a Miramax component. So you got the
Right.
Harvey of it all. All right, so Jonesy, what was your first experience with the prophecy?
So you could thank Slim. I had no knowledge of the prophecy, and then I think he told me that it was written by Gregory Widen, the same guy who did Highlander. So I checked it out, and I was like at an age like 15, 16, I want to say, where like this kind of stuff was like cool because it wasn't normal, it wasn't fantasy, it was some kind of smashing together of modern world and guns and angels and you know back when you were young and everything was cool and hip and avant-garde. And so I watched it. I think I watched the second one. I know there's like 6 of these things, but I think I've
Really?
only seen the first and
Yeah.
second one. Yeah.
God, I can't believe that they made this one and they were like, "This is it, baby."
Listen, there's 6 Highlander
IP
movies.
heaven.
Yeah. And the only one worth its salt is the first one. I think it's probably
Yeah.
the same. Anytime you move away from Greg Wyden's script, it gets like
You're in
it's a photocopy of a copy. You know what I mean? It's not,
Mm.
you know. And then no one's cleaned the glass quite a while. So there's definitely some ink spots all over the sequels.
Some aspirin. We're left on the copier.
All right, so this one worked for you. Obviously, yeah, being in the tank for Wyden, I could see how that would affect. Jason, had you ever seen this movie?
No, I watched it on the plane ride back from Oregon.
Okay, I watched it on the plane ride to Hawaii. So, like, my memory is quite fuzzy because I watched it like a week ago. So it's hard when you have to, watch podcasts while you're flying to Hawaii.
It's
Oh,
tough,
God.
yeah, it's a tough life.
Man, I hate when I
Tough
have to
beat.
fly to Hawaii with
Yeah.
my wonderful venture capitalist
family.
wife who is supporting my life of leisure. And then I
She's
have to watch a movie on an airplane that got chartered specifically for me.
Post is filled.
God,
It's filled.
isn't life? Are you okay, H? I'm gonna put you together with my therapist.
So there is not a lot of behind the scenes on this film, other than that this was directed by Gregory Widen. So folks obviously know, Jonesy, you had a historic appearance on this podcast covering Highlander.
Yes, thank you.
We've never revisited any of his other. So he did Highlander. We had Highlander 2, The Quickening.
Yep.
He also wrote Backdraft.
Yeah.
Which by the way, like, I would watch Backdraft on this podcast. Like that is a fucking killer movie.
That is a great movie.
So
I wonder what he's up to now. I don't follow him anymore, but like
I'm sure it's going great for him.
So, I mean, yeah, it has to be, right? The residuals from Backdraft and Highlander have to be through the roof. Actually, I wonder. He's got to be some kind of payday for this Henry Cavill remake.
Is it Cavill?
Yeah,
yeah, Cavill's doing it.
He's
right?
playing Connor McLeod, but which is I don't know. It'll be interesting how that movie plays out because I'm sure they're going to try to
Who's
set
the
up
other one? Who's
universe.
the TV version?
It was Adrian Paul who played.
Playing who?
He was Duncan McLeod.
Okay,
so, same clan.
And then they had a team up,
vintage.
but
yeah, they only teamed up in the first episode, famously. And then they had a movie together. That was like Highlander 5, I want to say, was the team up movie.
Yeah, I'm not doing those.
And then there was the Mario Van Peebles movie, Highlander, the sorcerer, where magic is real. I mean, it gets goofy.
It gets broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems troubling. It seems troubling, but he had this idea of he wanted to see angels as they were portrayed in the Old Testament, back when they used to kick ass.
Yeah.
And they're all wearing long coats, and they can only be killed a specific way.
Trench coats. Yeah. So he liked this idea. He had always had Walken in mind to play Gabriel, and Walken was indeed the first one to sign in. So let's see. The budget of this film was $8 million, and it did $16 million at the box office.
That's surprising that was like, okay, let's make another 6 of these. Like that like really kind of made people think like, oh, we're onto something here. We made 16 million on 8.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all direct to video, right? So
that's all it took.
It's a crazy story, and I know this isn't one of my notes, and I don't want to railroad you, but how Highlander got made is probably how The Prophecy got made. So like Bill Panzer and Davis, the production team, they bought Widen's spec script for Highlander, and ostensibly to put it on a shelf, and all of a sudden Sean Connery signs on. Because he wants to vacation in Scotland, and all of a sudden there's a budget, and then all of a sudden, then the Hollywood machine starts happening, and then if not for Sean Connery wanting to go on vacation, you don't have 30 years of Highlander. So, and I can't imagine Walken reading this script saying, maybe me, I could, be Gabriel, and then all of a sudden there's money attached, So
Arizona. Hey,
where was Walken in his career at this point?
Okay,
it's
so
definitely
Walken,
not Deer Hunter years.
All right, so we have let's just walk through here. So you start with the early days, right? His initial performance in Annie Hall is truly goated.
Yes.
Then you have the Deer Hunter, Brainstorm, and I'll just say my main note of this movie is why did we do this instead of Brainstorm? That was a mistake.
I don't really remember Brainstorm either, but.
Directed by Douglas Trumbull, the special effects god of 2001. Right. So it looks really good and is not as tight as it should be, but is still a good movie. Okay. So he does Brainstorm, Dead Zone, kind of moves around. At 90 he gets to King of New York and Batman Returns. Right. And I think by the time you get to him as
Bruce,
Max Schreck,
why are you dressed as Batman? Sorry, go ahead.
He's starting to the memification is beginning. So you have True Romance, Pulp Fiction, The Prophecy, New Rose Hotel, Sleepy Hollow, the Country Bears. He is just not doing good movies.
Country Bears.
Yeah. And then he comes back around.
Jason,
Man on Fire.
Your face.
It's the Country Bears sounds like a made up one. That sounds like you put it as a test.
It was from my perspective. Jason was a little off screen, and then you said the Country Bears, and he whipped back into focus like you couldn't believe what you said.
I just heard.
Man on Fire, which I still want to do. I've never seen it. And Hairspray. He's incredible in Hairspray. Jonesy, we should do some more Michael Mann movies. There are good movies for us to do.
There are good movies, Jonesy.
Then now Severance and Dune Part 2, where he suddenly
this as a joke.
You did. You picked it. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm okay.
But so he he is back now, right? Like he is like doing serious.
Severance, yeah.
I like Severance is really good. That's That's like the anti-Lost. They answer questions in a fun way, and the mystery grows deeper.
Right.
Demon Antiloff.
I will allow it.
What was his last feature? Was it Ferrari?
Christopher's?
No, Michael Mann.
Walken?
Oh,
Michael Mann?
Yeah. Because I unexpectedly ended up liking that movie.
Oh, I didn't watch that. Ferrari?
Yeah. I think he got panned. I don't know.
No. Well, a lot of people liked it. Yeah,
F1,
he did Ferrari.
F1.
Ferrari
No.
No,
the
he
Ferrari
did
with
he did Ferrari
with
He did
Kylo Ren.
Ferrari. He did
okay.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that either.
Man, I derailed both of you. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
It's okay.
This is why H produces, you know?
Yeah.
I would like to see that. I would like to watch Miami Vice. I never watched that. I have never rewatched Collateral. The Insider I'd like to do.
Man.
So Thief, like still
Never watched
Jason
Thief?
has never seen Thief.
You've never seen
Jason's
it?
never seen Thief.
I've
seen it.
Oh,
I've
man.
never seen it. It's true.
Like we should do that.
James Caan, powerhouse in that movie.
Lot of great options. All right, Jonesy, where do you want to start on your pick, The Prophecy?
So, I mean, this is the first time I think I've sat down to watch this movie in 20 years. And I just picked out everything that was Highlander in this movie, and it was staggering to me. So, first of all, Virginia Madison is Connor McLeod's love interest in Highlander 2. They all wear trench
really?
coats. And they will all come back from the dead unless you remove their heart, instead of their head. The protagonist and the evil person meet in a church in the third act to talk about how they're going to face off. Walken drives. I think he drives McLeod's '64 T-Bird from the show, although it might be a Plymouth Fury. I couldn't really make it out because I was half asleep. There's more. Like they have that autopsy scene that's like the same. I think it's the same character as the autopsy guy in Highlander, where he's like, "Oh, this is the same thing as an aborted fetus," and he's the same guy who says "real smooth shave" in Highlander in '86. I'm like, I was like, did we just
it's a cinematic universe?
Did we just throw Highlander in the blender, puree it, and then pour it out into a cup, and then we had The Prophecy? I mean, it's not a shot for shot remake by far, but it is the spiritual successor to Highlander in the most direct sense.
It's like the more Catholic version.
Yeah, and even the soul is like the quickening. She took in a dark quickening, and she became evil. You know what I mean? It's very, very strange. It's not strange. I mean, it's obvious.
So you're saying he has a type. You're saying Greg has a type.
But then you get Backdraft, which is totally not Highlander.
Exactly same thing.
So yeah, you know how the firefighters use axes to behead each other and get each other's fire quickening? You know, I should have seen it, the writing on the wall then. But yeah, it's like as soon as Virginia Madison, because I forgot she was in it when I went to rewatch it, I was like, holy shit, is this Highlander 2? What did I say, Madison instead of Madison? Yeah.
I'll jump in there. Like my first point is Catherine, played by Virginia Madsen. She should be in prison. For the way that they neglect those children, there is no security on that campus whatsoever. They're just like sending kids up to hang out with homeless people.
That's my favorite line. She's like, homeless people break in here all the time, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How is that okay?
I actually thought that I thought that Simon had put a spell on her to convince her to like leave. Where she's like, I'm gonna have to call the police, and he's like, I really wish you wouldn't do that, and she's like, okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm like, oh, he must have like glamored her to like convince her to like, because like no teacher would be like, oh, this freak is like sleeping upstairs.
The angel powers are unclear throughout the movie.
Yes, very unclear. But I was like, oh, it's like, yeah, no problem. He's just gonna, whatever. He's fine with using his powers on her to get her to go. And then, like, it's like, no. She just doesn't give a fuck if there's, like, a homeless guy upstairs at the school. I did like the idea that, like, this school has, is like partially abandoned because like the copper mine in the town closed, and they've
globalism
got, like,
1, Chimney Rock 0 was my note on that one.
And like this, and like so now like all these fucking kids are playing dodgeball. Like the first grader is like trying to face off against the eighth grader in dodgeball. Getting smoked every day. That was the real loser in globalism in this story.
There was like some trenchant commentary, but it was kind of shoved to the side. I think it was a neglected community. They do a banger of a mass though, and like the music and stuff. The music program
church is dope. The
very
church
good.
is dope. Yeah.
Really,
is it my first
good.
point?
I mean, yeah.
I think he's just ready to make point two. I think he's ready to steamroll us both.
Unless you want to do the corollary from Catherine, Virginia, into Stoltz, but whatever.
No, you go ahead.
Whatever.
You've got something in your heart.
Yeah,
I don't.
Something like it was the look on his face. There was something about to jump through his glasses. Yeah.
What's he doing? What is Simon's deal? What is what is going on with this fucking movie?
Yeah.
He is weird, like that character.
There's because I'd never seen this before. I legitimately thought pretty much when he like face hugs the kid, I was like, oh, like maybe it's Simon is the bad guy. Like maybe this is like a revealed. Maybe this is like a horror, like a situation where actually, like even though Christopher Walken is a total freak and like friends with like the black-eyed, demon angels, like, maybe he's the good guy in this because he's not trying to. Face hug a child.
So I mean, it was obvious to you both though that they were lovers, right? Gabriel and Simon. Was that not obvious to you on this rewatch?
Excuse me.
They play hockey together.
Yeah. No, I mean, like this time around, like watching it from a modern lens instead of like the 16-year-old myopic, only my way is the highway way of viewing things. Like they kiss each other a lot in this movie.
That's sexy.
And they they're kissing each other's hands and rubbing each other's faces, and I think
the kiss to the.
I think
that walking.
In my
the shush.
My head canon is that they're lovers in heaven, and they're fighting this war together, and then Walken reveals to Simon that except that I don't think they have privates, so I don't know how they're lovers.
No, they've got both sets of privates.
Yeah, both sets of privates. So they're all locked in.
Right.
Thank God no one's watching that on air, watching that hand motion I just made.
This is on video. We're on video now, Jonesy.
Well, we have to blur that one out.
You're gonna enjoy that.
Let me move on before I take a step back here. So they're lovers, and like Walken's like, I'm narrowed down. I know where the soul is. I'm finally going to end the war, and we're going to turn heaven into hell junior. And Simon's like, I don't know if I'm down with that part. I was okay with killing these guys, but like, and then the humans don't get to come up here and play, but like, Hell 2 isn't what I signed on for, so he leaves.
No one signed on for Hell 2.
Yeah, he leaves to go to Earth to take that pawn off the board, and Walken's betrayed because he's like, you're my angel husband, and you're like not down. I thought we were together on this. And then, and then he's forced to burn his lover alive, as one does. When time,
I do love this interpretation of Catholicism, which is like homosexuality is a mortal sin, but it's okay for the angels. Like I think
different set of rules,
different set of rules.
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of things the angels can do that humans cannot. I love that. That's great.
That wasn't even one of my notes. That was one of my feelings.
That's just off
I had.
the dome.
Yeah.
One of my notes, Jonesy, and maybe this is a good time to kind of continue this topic, was I think, like, as a Jew, I've always sort of been pro Catholicism. Like, if I was like,
and we thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I would definitely be Catholic. Like, obviously, huge branding problems with the Catholic Church.
No kidding.
Like, it extends beyond the marketing, like some actual malfeasance over the last 2,000 years. But like that, like
Saint Epstein, if you get my drift. You know,
like those things notwithstanding, like really has the lore wrapped up. Like if you're in it for
Big
the
time.
lore, like I just really like the rest of Christianity is just like so Jesus focused that like it feels like a real missed opportunity to like pull in all this other shit, like with the saints and the angels, and like it's really where Christianity meets Hinduism, because you just get like all of this like kind of remnants of a polytheistic faith with all of these other powers that God had to like, you know, contain or control or contend with or whatever. It's delightful. Like I love it. And like and especially in all of the weird angel, like end time stuff, all of like the Revelations weird end time stuff is just great. So
is there no apocalyptic ending to the world in Judaism? I mean, unfortunately, I don't know.
There's not.
Yeah.
There's not.
You guys only have a cool ending.
Well, there also wasn't any apocalyptic in Christianity until that got tacked on.
Yeah, I see the problem with being a Catholic. You know, I am 12 years Catholic school. I know all my hymns, but the problem with being a modern Catholic is like history exists, and you can like study it. Yeah. And then when you compare history to Roman Catholicism, you're like, oh, this is just kind of like a beautiful story meant to, you know, have a shared morality, and that's okay. Sure. And when you accept that that's okay, you can kind of, you don't have to be so, like I would never be on a religious war. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't, you know,
no, but like Judaism,
my Jewish brother.
Judaism does not only lacks like sort of a, you know, an eschatology of on the scale of like Revelations. Judaism is fundamentally unconcerned with the afterlife as a whole. Like Judaism is like is really like, at least rabbinical Judaism is like mostly practiced by like most of the Jews in the world, is mostly just focused on, here are all the things that you need to do in order to be a good Jew.
We made a deal, right?
These specific, you know, commandments. And
so I have to tell you, I am in like with Judaism, and I'll tell you why. Like, very family oriented. You have a meal together once a week. Like it's such a good, solid, family based religion. There's a lot to be jealous of. I mean, because Catholics, like, we don't do that.
The best thing about Judaism, I saw this TikTok recently. This guy was talking about.
What a weird path we're on right now. Sorry, go ahead.
Keep going.
Each statement has the ability to get one of us canceled. If we say one thing wrong, we're toast.
We stand on the edge of a knife. Go ahead.
This guy was talking about growing up Orthodox Jewish, and they went to shul every Friday, and like, you know, they really like, you know, had observed kosher and all the high holy days and everything, and, you know, a very religious upbringing, very constrained by the rules of Orthodox Judaism. And the guy said, I remember I asked my dad once, you know, do you believe in God? And his dad laughed, was like, no, of course not. And I think like one of the big flexes that Judaism has over all faiths, at least Judeo-Christian faiths, is that you could be Jewish and atheist at the same time. Like that is like a completely consistent position, if not the dominant position for most.
It's a good
Jews
power
in the
move.
world. And I appreciate that. I think that's a good solve for a lot of the bigger problems.
We did go on Christmas Eve. April had the idea because when she grew up, when she grew up, her parents were atheists in Amarillo, Texas, and in Arlington. And so she didn't have the kind of connectivity of a big church community. And like in Texas, where she grew up, the first question people would ask is, what church do you go to? And so she, in kind of an act of rebellion, used to go to the Methodist church with a friend of hers just to go check it out, even though she didn't believe in God, but the idea of just going and checking that out. And so she had the idea of, what if we go to Grace Cathedral, which is the largest Episcopal church in the country.
Yep.
And it was incredible. It was really cool. Like, it was beautiful, and the music was amazing. And I actually, like, I had memorized Luke 2 verses 1 through 21 or whatever.
From the Charlie Brown special.
From the Charlie Brown special. I learned it at Warner Christian so that I could, speak it at the First Pres for our Christmas service that year. But it was really cool to go check it out and see the trappings and the big hats and the music and all that stuff. Like that, that was pretty groovy. But I'll also say so Reed got me into Alan Moore's Swamp Thing run back in the late 80s, so 87, 86, 87 time frame. I was reading those. And that is the introduction of John Constantine. And that is the introduction to, Constantine taking Swampy to heaven and to hell and fighting all the angels and demons and stuff that underlies that. So I'm totally in the tank for the Bible's real, all these kinds of movies. So we had Slim on for Prince of Darkness. We had Rosie for Constantine. I'd love to do Angel Heart. We did, I can't remember who we had for Devil's Advocate.
Great movie.
But, The Omen, The Exorcist. I've never seen The Ninth Gate. I don't know if we can do a Polanski movie in 2025, but I heard that one is quite good. And then Bettany did those angel movies, Legion and whatever. So I just really like those kinds of movies. I think it's really fun to have angels and demons are real and people are fighting for us and against them and, with them, each other.
Sure.
All that is extremely cool. Just this movie is terrible.
Well, I mean, I would like to give Jason some goodie points. Like, as long as the stories are based on the myth, the Catholic and Christian mythology is solid. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And the angels and art. I mean, even Tolkien borrowed it. I mean, Gandalf's promoted from angel to archangel ostensibly, and he comes back as Gandalf the White. I mean, it's also. I mean, I'm not breaking any barriers here, but it's stolen from almost every pagan mythology ever.
Of course.
I mean, the Christ on the cross story is taken directly from Egyptian mythology. Was it Ra was hung for 3 days on the cross or whatever it was and came back and his mother. Yeah. So, I mean, Catholics, we're pretty good at bogarting everybody else's stuff, including Judaism. Sure. We stole your entire Torah and put it in our book. Said it's our book now. So,
I mean, technically, we technically, it was an inside job because Christ was a Jew, but
right on. Like he had it right. But yeah, the mythology is solid, and if you treat these characters like mythical gods and kind of miracles as magic, I mean, there's a lot to be mined there to tell a good story. You just can't believe it, Yeah.
Absolutely.
Winky poo.
Absolutely. What is your next point, Jonesy?
So my next point is the plot holes in this movie drive me absolutely bonkers, and I wrote the word bonkers down.
I didn't even notice them.
So Thomas Daggett fails out of seminary school and becomes a cop, and then leaves his jurisdiction to follow a non-sanctioned investigation. To what end? What is he arresting? Who is he putting in handcuffs? He's not there as a priest. Obviously, he's following some kind of trail, and he brings the evidence back to his precinct, and the people are like, yeah, we're in. We'll do this autopsy because this guy died in city limits, and we'll definitely not contact local authorities for you to investigate this school. I mean, that's the kind of stuff municipalities, because, local government, drives me nuts when people don't follow those rules. And then second of all, that scene with the devil means nothing. If the devil is not in this movie, it has no bearing on the plot whatsoever. Okay. And what really pisses me off to my core, my blood was boiling at 6:30 this morning, is Lucifer comes back for a second cameo to scare Thomas, which, I mean, that scene is cool and well acted and well written, but he's like, use his lack of faith against him. No, he uses a tire iron against him. Yeah. That's how he beats Gabriel. There's no outsmarting.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
There was no faith.
Pointless.
There was no faith piece.
Pointless.
It completely went nowhere.
It doesn't make sense that Thomas's faith is restored in this movie either. If anything, my faith is more damaged by revealing that angels are really bad and the devil's kind of got a one-up, and you sent your only son to open the gates of heaven, but they would never open. Why would you still have any faith in the Catholic Church? Based on what you just discovered.
Now, I think that's a fair plot-based critique. The thing I will say, though, is that you cannot lose Viggo as the devil from this.
No, he's incredible in this movie. Incredible.
It's tremendous. Like,
what was he doing? He's like speaking in tongues or something. He's like,
he roars like a lion at really the other angel. All-timer. Oh, dude, when he says, what does he say when he's like, poor Tommy Daggett listening to your prayers every night and then jumping in bed because you're afraid I was under there, and I was.
Yeah.
Like that'll scare the shit out of you. You know?
I love that. I love that idea that Lucifer is literally under the bed of every kid, like feasting on their fears. That is extremely fucking cool.
And his performance at the end, where he defeats Gabriel, and like Lucifer kind of accidentally saves mankind in that moment because he throws open the gates of heaven. But he's also like, "Come home with me," love me. Like he even has the chance to have a vulnerable moment. I mean, Viggo takes a really shitty character on the page
and really
makes it really the most he possibly could with it.
The most he could possibly.
He looks great too. Like he's so young.
God, what a stud with that hair.
Slick back. Yeah.
Oh,
it's tremendous.
I love it. Oh, and he's got the best line where he's like, "It's arrogance, and arrogance is evil, and that makes it mine." I was like, "Yeah, all right. We should have had this guy in the freaking movie the whole time."
Yeah, he's great. It's really, it's a real
terrific
upgrade when he shows up.
Terrific performance.
I had no idea that Viggo was in the movie, and Viggo shows up, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Crazy, right?
I was just in the middle of watching Lord of the Rings. I was like, "Fucking Aragorn for real?"
Yeah. I just like the idea that he's like hell is only zoned for this. Like heaven does not have the zoning laws to do this kind of
he's like, I don't want hell to either. He and Simon, maybe it was a throuple at some point, and they're both like, dude, we're not down for hell too. Hell, we got hell. We don't want your thing, you know.
It definitely good to see Viggo and a standout performance for him. I completely agree that there was an absolute nothing burger in terms of what was happening there.
Yeah.
But we gotta get to our man, our dollar basement, low rent Robert De Niro in Elias
Truly
Cody's.
wild.
Well, I mean, the wig alone.
The wig work in this movie is incredible because Walken's got like a dyed pigeon wig, and what do you got? What it was? Elias Codius has some of the worst wig work in history. I mean, the hair and makeup in this movie is terrible. We can all agree, right? No awards were won for The Prophecy.
No. It just sort of baffling, and I kept getting distracted by how much I felt like he was doing a De Niro. And I'm trying to figure out what I've watched him in.
He's in a bunch of shit.
Has
Elias
any of it been
Codius?
Good? Yeah.
No, he's been in a ton of stuff.
Thin Red Line. He was great. Yeah. He was great in Thin Red Line. That's right.
Yes, right. Yeah.
And what about as Casey Jonesy?
I mean, that's an all-timer for me. Raphael and Casey. That's like my all-time buddy cop pairing. I mean, I love that movie. The first Turtles movie is gold. Just so you know, in case you weren't aware. Now, Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. Ugh. But the first Turtles movie, gotta love them. They did it right.
Tough one.
He was also a psycho in Shooter. I thought he played a really good villain, Elias Codius.
Never saw it.
Okay, I'll go fuck myself.
Never saw it. Jason, your next point.
I liked all the perching. All of the angels perch on things in this movie.
That's great.
Like on the backs of chairs, or like someone have definitely had that notion of like, okay, here's my thought, you guys. They all perch because
they're birds.
They're inherently bird-like or something. Yeah, I like that. I thought that was strong. Good perching.
I like the idea of having the Adam Goldberg character. Walking like I don't drive, like I can't drive.
That was like a very Constantine thing.
It was. Agreed.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Well, who was the Jason or Jonesy? Who was that guy? Cal McDonald or whatever? Who was the Stephen? The guy who did 30 Days of Night. Who was that comic writer?
Oh, man, you're trying to open
Steve
my paper
Niles.
keg mind, and it's gone.
Yeah, Stephen.
My brain's
Steve
withered
Niles,
away,
I think,
folks.
is his name, and he had Cal McDonald, which was a basically underground L.A. like Constantine style guy, and he had some zombies and whatnot that worked for him. Or
30 Days a Night, I really, terrific graphic novel, subpar movie.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree with that. Let's see what else.
I thought there was an interesting kind of, back on our theology tip, I think there was an interesting kind of dialogue between the power of Catholicism and like the native religion that the Indians are practicing.
Yeah.
I had this point.
All right, go for it. Speak.
No, but did you feel like they paid that off?
I don't know if they paid it off, but they were doing something. Like it felt like it was acknowledging that there is more than one truth in this universe, because there was real power in what like the Indians were doing as well as what like the angels were doing.
Because Lucifer says, "Finish it," right? He says,
"Yeah, exactly."
I thought that was a really cool idea, and I was hoping there was going to be something bigger with that. I guess God doesn't show up either way. So no. God doesn't show up, so the Great Spirit doesn't show up. But I did like that there was an exploration, because I was trying to figure out, why the fuck are we in Arizona? Why is this in Chimney Rock? Why isn't this happening in New York City or Los Angeles? Why don't you have I didn't understand.
Everyone knows the gathering takes place in New York City.
Interesting.
Good point. Good.
That fell flat. That wasn't my best work. Sorry, guys. I stumbled out of the gate on that one.
That was not a problem. I liked it.
I need to go back to soup sleep, recharge my batteries.
What?
Soup sleep.
Jonesy, your last point.
So I really enjoyed the first act of this movie when they start laying down like these oddities, and they kind of get into Gabriel's ability to manipulate the world around him. I think it's very well shot and stylish, and I know, and then it really falls apart after the first act and becomes really bland and overwashed. But I think I really had a good time with as much fun that Christopher Walken was having playing this character. And that almost puts half a star back on the board for me, because he's having so much effing fun playing Gabriel. It's almost infectious. Like when he's having the kids play the trumpet and he's like quipping at them and he's like playing it straight, like, like, this is my world. You guys are just like kind of here for now. But like he's also like polite and has good manners. Like it's his performance, I think, is an extremely nuanced, really great performance in a movie that is really not any of those things. Mm-hmm. It's like very juxtaposed.
You're saying Walken's performance is nuanced?
I thought it was, and I think
I agree with this. I don't think he's doing over the top.
Yeah, he's not doing a bit. He's like, I'm gonna play it. He's like, I'm gonna play it straight in a ridiculous movie.
Especially compared to like, what was the last Walken we did where he's the bad guy in the New York
King of New York?
Yeah, that's way more ridiculous than this.
Yeah, he's playing like, they're going to pay me to say these words. I'm going to have fun, take my paycheck, and this movie is ridiculous, but I might as well have a good time while I'm here. Like, that's, like, I don't get him as Gabriel at all. I think he plays Christopher Walken in this movie. And they just happen to call him Gabriel.
Yeah.
For real.
He just showed up.
And they're like, Chris, can you, like, have these kids play the trumpet? Oh, sure. Well, yeah, all right. What's your name, Cindy? Come here.
The trumpet is so funny.
It's so weird.
Yeah. And I do like when he's like, when he can't stand when people cry. He's like, stop that. I can't stand that.
Yeah.
He's got some gold to mine in this movie.
Yeah.
I did like that. Oh, goddamn.
Oh, Java in the chat makes a point. Study your math, kids. Secret to the universe. Like lines like that are gold in this movie.
It's gold.
That's a good one.
He's great.
That's a good one. Jason, last point?
I did my Perch. I'll call back the Perch again. Really crushed it. With that. They had a notion and they paid it off. Everybody purchased. It was great. Nothing else is particularly good.
All right. I love Catherine. Catherine tells Daggett, this is a small town. There are no secrets.
Right.
What? Small
Dark
towns
or
are
otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. What the hell?
Another thing that bothered me while we're on the subject. Her idea of recess is to just throw random balls at the kids.
Yeah.
And
Just
then
get a big sack of balls.
First-
Just say, hey, we're out. She says it's like, look, times are tough. They, it's
Why
like,
does
this is not?
why is there implied romance between her and Daggett? Like they even kiss at the end. Why? They've
no
at this point, if you were to map out the story, it takes place in about 18 hours.
Right. It's
Like I wasn't even sure I liked my wife on the second date. And now, like, these two people are... That's not true, honey. I love you. Please don't.
No, I
listen
think
to this
Catherine...
episode. It was a love at first sight.
I think Catherine is tough.
We're going to need to cut that out.
I just saw in my notes, another kid goes running off, and she says, make sure you come back. Last honorable mention, Viggo looks like Jared Leto.
Gross.
I couldn't get that out of my head that they looked alike. And his line, I could lay you out and fill your mouth with your mother's feces, or we can talk.
Strong.
I mean, he had the best performance in this movie.
A supercut of just the Viggo parts of the movie
would kill.
Would kill. Would crush.
Would do numbers.
Yeah.
Like he should have, that movie should have been Lucifer versus Gabriel, as like the Highlander versus Kurgan. Like that could have been a way cooler movie, I think.
Yeah, just kill Thomas right off the bat and then get into it.
Yeah,
I think they had the idea of like we need to have Thomas has to be our into the world.
Yeah, like he has to be the audience.
But I think it would have been cooler.
I don't know. Like I mean, the thing. I'll say this is my final thought on the movie. Highlander sets up a ton of lore, but does have this like really well-paced marching to the end story that has a finite ending, which is the prize is won. That it has a beginning, middle, and end, and it also has like much like Tolkien, like a soft magic system. We're gonna show you and not tell you, and let you fill in the gaps. And the lore is much debated over the years, but like the first film is great. The writing is solid, and then this movie is like, here's a bunch of lore, just like we did last time, right? You guys are into this, right? Lore's good, but then we're not gonna tell any kind of story. Just here's a bunch of lore on different pages, and then at some
cool
point.
Stuff.
And then Viggo turns into doves, and the movie's over. Like it doesn't, it doesn't have that same panache that the previous movie had.
It's panache free.
Yeah, panacheless.
It's similar. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's trying to do like cool stuff to look at and see.
Yeah.
Without having a story that makes sense.
Correct.
So in that way, it's very much like all three Avatar movies.
Yeah.
Jason,
wow.
Who would Tilda Swinton play?
I think Colonel Hate Crime, that guy, she would play him.
So if they can get one guy's soul, and that will change the entire course of the Angelic War. Just because this guy
I really don't understand that whole. I don't know what the movie's trying to tell us.
Here's what I think is that this soul has been on Earth forever. We don't know why or who put it there. Or why should we even care? And it eats other evil souls. And its current inhabitant is that Colonel guy. And that's why they want it, because like even though angels have been killing each other, are super evil, they're not evil enough. Right?
Dumb.
Do I have that right?
Dumb.
It's dumb.
Yeah, you have it right. You have it right. I just didn't. I didn't like it. I will go with her as Uziel. Let's see her without the eyes, and let's see her going through, getting hit by a car and stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh man. So I giggled.
Be the corpse too.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought about this question and giggled. She's got to be full-grown, full-size Mary. Like she's the girl.
That was my number two. That was my number two.
That gets around the consent issue.
Yeah,
there you go.
Not the consent.
Not really, but
issue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But like, could you imagine her like
for adults as well,
holding hands like a little girl
Jason.
with Virginia Madison, and then switching into that dark soul persona?
You guys, we did it. Can we do some quick letters?
Incidentally, one of the reasons people like Heated Rivalry is that there's a lot of focus on consent between the two main characters. They really
good.
They really do a lot of checking in with each other, make sure that all is okay.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
We did it, you guys.
Yeah.
You guys want to do some letters?
We need to pick a better movie next time because this was a rough one.
H reordered our entire set list based on the experience of having to watch this movie.
Yeah. And we are taking. Listen, I'll pause for a moment and say, I love you, Java. I'm sorry this movie means so much to you and that it didn't land for us. This is why I don't want to try and do movies that people have a fondness for that are generally considered really bad movies.
Oh,
Java,
let me be clear. I like this movie. It's just, I'm 40 now.
Better movie than Superman.
It's not better than Superman. That's
Superman 2025. What a stinker! That movie was goat cheese.
Oh boy!
No, you mean that crypto movie that guy happened to be in? Get out of here with that nonsense.
Crypto was
trash
great.
movie.
All right, here is our first voicemail.
This is your brother, Animal Mother.
Behold your new Satan! You can do it, Ozzy! Bite his freaking head off!
Hello, animal friends and animal lovers. Angels are weird, man. From the book of Exodus to Evangelion to Little Nicky, these metaphysical Pokemon have amused us for ages. Here we're asked, what if these beings were also creepy trench-coated incels? If you need a love-starved angel of death, you cast professional man-bird Chris Walken.
Man-bird.
He displays an otherness that makes this mystical snowflake just intriguing enough to make you want to see where all the ugliness is leading to. And honestly, this is very but ugly. I can forgive Viggo talking about mom poops like he's a guest in an adult swim skit. But a grown-ass man forcibly kissing a little girl is way out of line for me. King of Hell Ozzy Osbourne and I have no love for that bullshit. Maybe this is the teacher's edition. How many angels do you think can perch on a clothesline?
Yeah,
Thank you all. See you at the reservation. I keep the change, you filthy animals.
Yes.
Do angels also know not to touch the third wire? You think they have that instinct, that not to get electrocuted?
They know.
Yeah, I think that was part of my problem with this film. So just that 2026 lens.
Give me. I gotta return a call really quick because I got a situation going on. Give me.
Everybody okay?
I'll be back with you in 1 second.
Is everybody all right?
Okay.
Ruh-roh. I'm here for you.
It's 44 on the phone. He's got to call Obama.
Oh, listen. Once you're in that cabinet, you never get out. You know.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Do you think like Michael Mann is the right next move? Like, and would you put Collateral at the top of your list?
No, I would put Less Than Mohicans at the top of my list.
We already did that.
Oh, you're talking for the next movie? Oh, all right.
Next movie.
I'll do something I haven't seen before. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, part of the because I feel like I always, with the exception of this movie, I mean, I've come on with some bangers like Skyfall, Bullet, and like I know I have a Highlander, like a lot of stuff that's like I have deep lore knowledge about, and I can speak kind of like I've had 30 years and 40 years of bubbly thoughts. So, let's do something hard. Give me some movie like I have no idea about that I actually have to think.
Okay. All right.
Not that I don't think before I come with escape hatch. That was not well worded.
No, you shouldn't.
It was soup sleep. You got to blame it on the soup sleep.
You shouldn't.
By the way, the chowder is like hitting a next level of aromatic pleasure from the other room.
What's the secret ingredient in the chowder?
So I have spent the last year like really redoing my recipes and getting like really intimate with cooking. So this is how I make a chowder.
Chowder.
I do cubed gold potatoes and cream of chicken soup is my base with a little bit of chicken stock. And then I do the corn. I do onion, carrot, salt, pepper, garlic, and then a little bit of minced garlic. And then only at the last minute do I add the chicken. Then it's 6 hours on the high in the crock pot so the chicken shreds when you get the spoon in there. And then I thicken it with some cornstarch. That's the key ingredient is the cream of chicken. I don't know why people sleep on the cream soups as bases and they just use stock. But the cream of chicken soup and the cornstarch as a thickener really makes it like real chowdery. Like it's real thick. It's really good. And then you have to, because flour is not the same as cornstarch. Cornstarch will make your dish flat, but it's a much better thickener. You have to salt in equal measure to kind of get the flatness out of it. And then you really have a really banging chowder or stew or soup or whatever. Yeah.
Please post that in the Discord. Post that recipe. I'm thinking about, so like my next thing that I need to do for 2026 to elevate my stay home dad move is to start, because I don't cook. That's the problem. I'm great at DoorDash. I'm great at ordering food.
Real hunter-gatherer shit.
If I could start introducing, getting the crocker out, getting the slow cooker.
Get the crocker out, boys.
And just do that like once or twice a week. That could be a big game changer.
I found learning to be a good chef really intimidating. But like I was faced with the fact that I was going to be home a lot and I was going to start making dinners. And, you know, I've really taken over dinners from my wife 100%. And I really like, if you just follow like 3 good recipes and you kind of get an idea of what tastes right together, like in 2 months, you'll be like a really competent cook. So you just got to take that lead.
Every time I follow recipes, like when I got divorced back in 2011, I started doing Blue Apron. And I mean, I love following recipes and I love chopping shit up and like taking photos of it when they're in the ramekins and, you know, following the recipe and having food that comes out and is good. I like doing it. I just don't think about wanting to do it on the regular. So I need to go for it. Mikey is proposing a new podcast, which is Kitchen Time with Jonesy. Jonesy, where you'll be teaching me.
Come on down.
Me how to cook.
Come on over, I should say. Fly out.
Be great.
We'll do crock-pot meals. I'll teach you how to cast iron cook. I just did a ribeyes in a cast iron pan yesterday. Came out amazing.
Beautiful.
The secret is a butter bath. That's how I do it. Because I do ribeye in a butter bath. A little oil in the pan. Again, salt, pepper, garlic, dry rub. And then I actually cook it on the chopped onion. And then so it gets that onion, like a little bit of sweetness, like that sweet Vidalia onion. And then 7 minutes on either side, perfect medium. Perfect.
All right. Perfect medium. 7 minutes.
Add the rosemary after the cook. That's the secret.
After the cook. All right. Here is our next voicemail. Mr. Java. All right, let's see what he does.
A 90s movie about a man who lost his living faith. This is a wild cast in the movie, and Walken is off the chain. I dropped my popcorn when I saw the angels. Yeah. Now I'm down to my milk duds. With them I say, let me say, holy cow, I'm 6 feet from an angel. I'm thinking maybe Stokes is way too close now. He's talking with kids. Gabriel will not be stopped. There's the princess from the Dune movie and a prince of Middle Earth. I cried out, I love this movie, but Hatch doesn't like it much. But with his breath, let me say, holy cow, I'm 6 feet from this angel. I'm thinking maybe one.
Prophecy isn't for everyone, but I loved this movie in 1995 when it came out, and Walken is just so amazing over the top.
Agree.
Do you care to share a pretty awkward theological conversation you've had? Maybe a theological breakthrough?
Listen.
Thank you, Java.
Wow, Java, exceptional.
Really strong.
Wow.
That's Creed, apparently. I don't know.
Oh, stop it! Don't play cute like you don't know Creed.
I don't listen to. I never listen to Creed. I don't know any. I don't know any Creed. So
No, listen.
cannot.
Don't be
cannot say.
aloof.
I'm older than you, my friend. I was into underground indie hip hop at that.
I was
phase
into
of time.
underground Christian rock. Creed was too
The underground hip hop.
No, I did. I did my Christian rock. I did Stryper back in 1986 or whatever. Like I was in the original Wars Gandalf. So
Do not quote the ancient magic to me. I was there when it was.
I have gone through all of my revelations in all my time. So I'm gonna skip this question. Check the tapes for my many revelations.
I thought I was
Jonesy,
God once after taking too many mushrooms, so I'll go with
that's
that.
good.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to answer this question?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
please.
all right. I'll say something from the heart. Just because you might not believe in everything that you're taught doesn't mean there's not spirituality to be found in a good community that believes in the same morality.
For sure. There's lots of good that has come in many forms, including in the church and religion. So I hope that people find meaning where they can and focus on building community and helping others. Thank you so much, Java. Here is our next voicemail. The Truth Sayer. All right, here we go.
Hey, Alberia here for the Prophecy Truth Sayer. Movie didn't really fully work for me. Maybe Viggo worked a little bit. The kid madrigal choir at the beginning, that was pretty cool. But the angels sniffing their way around the world of men? I don't know. That said, super smellers have been sniffed out around the world. Some of them have found their calling in their hyperosmia. For today's Truth Sayer, we look at 3 stories of people with extraordinary senses of smell. 2 of these are fabrications. 1 smells like the truth. Time for the Truth Sayer. Number 1. In the late 1960s, a pediatric nurse in Minneapolis who worked with diabetic patients claimed she could smell when a child's blood sugar was dropping, describing the scent as sweetened cardboard. Doctors tested her informally, but no study ever confirmed her uncanny sense. Or is it number 2? During World War II, Allied intelligence identified a handful of soldiers who could detect the scent of TNT at extremely low concentrations. They were quietly assigned to inspect seized German munitions, their noses catching what early detection instruments could not. Or is it number 3? In the 1980s, a New Jersey firefighter was said to be able to smell electrical fires hours before the smoke alarms went off. His crew called him the Fuse Whisperer, though the firehouse never kept formal documentation beyond a single newspaper blurb. All right, which of these super smeller stories is true?
I think it's the diabetes one.
I lean that way too. The fireman, while a great story, why would a fireman be at a fire hours before the fire took place anyway? That doesn't make logical sense. And TNT, I don't know. I know smell is particle based. So how are the TNT particles getting to these low concentration sniffers, especially when it's got to travel through the other wartime smells? But I do know that diabetics have a smell, and especially in their urine. So that's got to be the one. That's, I think, number 1, the nurse with the diabetic nose.
I know that they used to test diabetes by tasting the urine before they had glucose meters.
H, how much diabetic urine have you drank?
I've smelled it because my brother is diabetic. So I've peed near my.
When you're putting diabetic urine in the corn chowder, do you use like metric or impurity units for?
I'm going with the military guys. I like that. I like that idea of like the commandos and the guys who could smell the TNT. Let's see.
Were you able to sniff out the truth? It was number 2. The Allied forces really did identify soldiers who could smell TNT at trace levels and relied on their noses to make wartime munitions work just a little less fatal. Study the truth, kids. Key to the universe. Here ends the truth sayer.
Wow.
Oh, strong. My God.
That's
There's actually
diabolical.
Yeah. Really good. Really good. Nice job. Nice job, Birya.
Good job, Birya.
Yeah. Very well done.
All right, folks. Here is so 2 things. Jonesy.
Yes.
Backdraft. I keep coming back to Backdraft. All right,
do you want to do
Greg
Backdraft?
Widen? We got Greg Widen, Ron Howard, Kurt Russell, and Robert De Niro. Like this is a pretty strong combination. Then the other thing that popped in my head that we haven't put on the list, Jason, The Departed.
The Departed?
Yeah, that seems like that's something we should do. All right, here is our next voicemail.
Hey kids, it's Kev here. The last time you heard from me, I was in the pit of despair.
Yeah,
I'm still there, but it's okay because we're back for 2026. We got a new attitude. I've seen Marty Supreme twice.
Yes.
It has infected my brain. We are all in, baby. This is the year of ambition. So with that in mind, I got a weird Kev's question for y'all and for the amazing Jonesy.
Thank you, Kev. Love you.
My favorite performance by Christopher Walken is the late 80s direct-to-video canon Puss in Boots musical. Not a lot of people have heard of it, but it's awesome, and he's great in it. It's really weird. Really weird. If you could put Christopher Walken in any fairy tale, what would it be and why? All right, peace and love. Hey, H is appearing on ADP tomorrow as people are listening to this. We're talking Avatar, Fire, and Ash. So get excited.
He's not.
And hey, I have a new podcast, Laurie Strode Drap House, that I do with my dear friend Anna Gould, friend of the Tape Deck Network. We just did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. We have House of Wax that just came out. See Paris Die. Remember that? Ugh, a tough time for America, but we'll be talking all about it. So, yeah, lots going on in Kev World with peace and love. I'll talk to you all next week.
That's great.
Maybe I'll have seen the movie. Oh, wait, I'm going to be on the show. Oh, my God.
Oh. Did he get hit by a car? Is he okay?
Once again, it's Kev's questions. No, I jumped early. He was reflecting that he will be here with us next week for adaptation. Oh my God, Kev, what a voicemail. Yeah, so I'm going on ADP. Jason was supposed to be going with me. We were going to be balanced, point counterpoint on Avatar, Fire, and Ash. So it is just going to be counterpoint on my part. So
yeah,
best of luck, James.
I have not gotten to see Avatar, Fire, and Ash.
Do you want to? Do you care about seeing the film?
No, I'm not doing the podcast tomorrow. I will not be able to do that.
No, the podcast is today. Do you want to see the movie? Do you care? Are you going to go try and see it in 70 in IMAX? Are you?
No, probably not. I don't see myself using my time to go see the movie.
Wow. Okay. Noted.
I feel so crushed for like free time right now. Like, I mean, the vacation was great, but like, I feel so crushed for free time that I'm not really gonna
sit in a theater for 4 hours.
It's just so long. It's the whole day. Like that would be the only thing I would get done that day.
I have the same point of feedback.
Yeah.
All right. So, fairy tale for Christopher Walken.
Oh, right. Well, first of all, like, really no reason why he couldn't have been added to Lord of the Rings. Like, as, like, the Mouth of Sauron or the Witch King of Angmar.
Oh, yeah.
The Balrog. Really any of the Dark Forces. He could have been any of them.
There's some good options there. Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to go classic and go Little Red Riding Hood. Like, just let's get him as the wolf.
That's
like,
good.
That seems,
I like that.
Seems,
I like that.
A lot of talking. A lot of talking for the wolf.
A lot of talking. I like that option.
Jonesy, you have one?
Yeah. So I think as King Arthur, only because of the creepy, gross shit that King Arthur does, like glamours himself to sleep with his sister and has Morgaine. Like, Arthur's also kind of like an evil guy, but only the evil Walken stuff. You know, but couldn't you imagine old, frail Walken trying to draw the sword from the stone? How incredible that would be on screen.
That would be incredible.
Oh, come on. Come on out of there. Come on.
I love that. All right, here is our final voicemail.
K-Patch, hey, this is Corey from Austin, Texas, calling about the prophecy from 1995, not the prophecy from 1979, which is quite possibly a better movie than the one from 95. What was up with this one? I mean, okay, Jonesy.
Yes.
This seems like not in the Jonesy realm. I don't know. He's just my stepdad. I don't know him that well, but like this was okay. It's not everyone's best work here for the prophecy. Right. Maybe the person who supplied the wigs, maybe it's their best work. Lots of good wigs here. Kind of questionable the bangs on Elias Codius's wig there, but that's cool. Yeah, like so there's these angels and they want to get this old colonel who was a cannibal and collected faces in a box or something for their holy war against other angel. Who the fuck? Who are they fighting? I don't even know. The good news is this movie was 98 minutes long.
Oh yeah.
So kudos to that. I didn't know angels were so bird-like. I guess it makes sense with the wings. All the sniffing and shushing was kind of strange. But you know, they're angels, so it was kind of magical, mystical kind of shit going on. It was, it was on, and I watched it, and it's over. You know what it did make me think about? Do you guys remember that crazy-ass Kanye West video, Runaway? This was before he really sucked. He was probably already starting to suck around this time, but this video is fucking hot. It's like
really
30-something minutes, and it's wild. But he's got, like, a bird girlfriend in it. Like at one point they're even like there's a guy at a party and he's like, hey man, do you like know your girlfriend's a bird? And he was like, ooh, I haven't even noticed. But like she's a total bird. Like I don't know how you wouldn't notice. Maybe he was being sarcastic. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Well, thanks for this. I can't believe I skipped this in the 90s and the 3 sequels that followed it. So, I don't think I'll be checking those out.
No.
But you never know. If we cover them on the pod, maybe I will. All right. Love you guys. Thanks so much. We'll tune in next week for possibly a better movie. If not a better one, definitely a different one. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
We're just a prophecy pod.
Yeah.
Now.
I will say, in my defense, Fog of War.
Hold on. Fog of War. Fair enough. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, God. Like right
oh my God, I almost totally forgot. Who would Tilda Swinton play? I can't forget that from the first movie of 2026, right? Who would Tilda Swinton play? She's going to play one of those faces in that fucking box that cannibal colonel's carrying around with him. All right, that's it. Bye.
It's strong. Strong choice.
All right. Corey is back. He's back.
Like Matt is getting so like, okay, we're just doing good movies from now on. Because like Matt has to watch the movie like 5 times. And like pull clips and everything. So when we do a bad movie, it's really like his entire week is just dedicated to shuffling shit. So it's interesting because you've got to do this and Fire and Ash, which was a movie you didn't like.
Back to back, it's tough. So I'll tell you. I'll give you a little secret. Like I'm phoning it in for both of them. Like I did no prep work for this. And I'm not doing any
samples, right? There's still
for Fire Now. It'll be a couple samples. But yeah,
samples.
That was it. We did it, guys. We survived the prophecy.
We did it.
Fulfilled the prophecy. Jonesy.
Yes.
What do you have to plug, my friend?
Nothing really going on. We're still cruising on Twin Vipers.
What's next? What's next for Twin Vipers?
We have the hell is coming out. We're doing Double Impact in the new year. We're back to the Jean-Claude. So we record that episode this week. Pretty excited about that. Then we're right around the corner from 75. So unlike you guys, we don't release episodes every day. So we're not in the 400s yet. But, it's good. I like martial arts movies. It's kind of like a thing I'm really into. So I like doing that podcast. And then you can find me on, like, my number. Like, text me. I'm around. And we can hang out. Come over. I'll cook for you. Seriously, I love to cook. So if someone wants to come to Pennsylvania and have a meal, and I'll fire up the Blackstone and I'll make you dinner.
Listen. Yeah. I'm sorry that I'm gonna miss the paper keg.
You just don't care about us anymore. It's okay.
I will not have the opportunity. I'll be in New York.
You're missing the lake house or whatever it is?
It's my brother's 60th birthday in New York
Lame.
that weekend. So
yeah. Of course it is.
Your real family over your found family.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
For whom?
So enjoy, Jonesy, enjoy watching wrestling all weekend long. But I will.
Oh, there was a little sass in there. Did you hear that, Jason?
I will miss the food. I will miss the food. I will miss my friends.
I made a deconstructed lasagna soup
in the middle of there.
Good idea. Jason, what do you have to plug?
What do I have to plug? Big news. By the time this podcast releases, it will be less than 2 weeks, about 10 days, in fact. From the pre-patch for the new World of Warcraft expansion.
Thank goodness.
The whole new expansion, World of Warcraft Midnight, releases, the pre-patch for it releases on January 20th. And in honor of this momentous event, we are promoting the sub-thread on our Discord where the Warcraft discussion has been contained to a proper channel on the Discord.
Oh
wow! Has that been cleared? Has Pat
cleared.
reviewed that?
It's been cleared. I socialized it. It's been cleared.
Okay.
We hope this will entice more than the three of us who play Warcraft to maybe check it out. The expansion's a great time to start. We have a guild, and it's a great time to kind of get out there and check out what the second chapter of the World Souls saga. Come join us.
Does it run on Mac?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It runs on Mac, and soon, timeline undetermined, will probably run on console. Like the big thing they're doing in this expansion is reducing the number of buttons you need to press. And the speculation is this is to smooth the way
to get it to Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox.
Nice. Would that be fun if I were to join and start hanging out with you guys all the time?
Everyone but Matt is welcome to join the guild.
I'm going to join, and I've never played a single second of World of Warcraft.
More than welcome. We'll rename the guild after you.
The JLBs.
Yeah, the JLBs. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. We love you, and we will see you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Peace.
Love yous all.
Love yous all.